Come hike with me. So let me take you on the journey of our Beehive hike. It's one of those trails that people talk about with a mix of excitement and nerves. The start looks harmless enough. Just a rocky path winding up through the trees. You even see families coming down laughing. It's so easy at first. Short, steep, a little sketchy, and a lot of fun. We're in Acadia National Park, right across from Sand Beach. The Beehive rises up out of the coast. It's not the tallest trail here, but it's definitely one of the most memorable. This is actually the hike we did for Kelly's birthday, which makes it that much cooler. And if you don't know us, we don't really do easy. But there's a sign at the base that reminds you this isn't your average trail. People have fallen here, some haven't made it back down. That's a part of what makes this so famous. It's the kind of trail that gets your heart racing before you even taken your first step. A little history while we warm up. These iron rung trails were designed over a century ago by a guy named Rudolf Brunel. He carved routes straight into the granite so people could climb the cliffs instead of just hike around them. It was adventure tourism before that was even a thing. And hey, if you're new here, we're the Road Rabers. We've been traveling full time for over 6 years now in our fifth wheel trailer, raising our 3 kids on the road. When we started, our youngest was just 2 years old, and we had no idea this lifestyle would change everything. Since then, we've crisscrossed the country from the Oregon coast to the Florida Keys, chasing good weather, better views, and the kind of memories you just can't get staying put. For us, it's not about the travel, it's about living, learning through the world, meeting new people, and finding adventure wherever the road leads. Hit the subscribe button to follow along in our adventures. First section feels like a warm-up. And then suddenly, the trail rears up, iron steps driven straight out of the rock. The first time you grab those rungs, it hits you. This isn't a hike anymore. This is a climb. My adrenaline kicked in immediately. I've always chased a good thrill. A roller coaster, quads, the military. But something about hanging off the side of the mountain with no harness. Yeah, that scratches the itch. The granite under your boots is about 400 million years old. Shaped by glaciers, smoothed on one side, jagged on the other. Every step is history. You're literally climbing through time. When you hit that moment where it opens up, the trees fall away, and suddenly the forest is hundreds of feet below you. You look out over the sand beach, great head, and the views stop you cold. One wrong move and, well, there's no redo button. But man, that's what makes this incredible. The fear, the focus, the push, the pure rush. Every sense dials in. Climbing up here, I couldn't help but think about our kids, and about the families who've brought their little ones up the trail. I've seen kids as young as 3 or 4 doing the Beehive, and they handled it like champs. It's totally doable. But this was a day for the adults, a chance to unwind, breathe, and be one with nature for a while. A few years back, we learned not every trail is a family trail. We'd taken the kids to the Black Canyon of the Gunnison after hearing it was even better than the Grand Canyon, and we couldn't wait to see it for ourselves. That's when we found out Reagan's terrified of heights. We didn't know it until she told us, right there, on the rim. She froze, wouldn't even come near the railing, and honestly, I couldn't blame her. Those drop-offs are no joke. So, while we're trying to take in the views, she was just trying to survive the experience. She's faced those fears since then, and we're proud of her for that. But we weren't quite ready to put that to the test on the Beehive. And the boys, well, they're 15 days short of Irish twins. Need I say more? Sometimes the best way to enjoy a trail like this is to do it without breaking up an argument halfway up the cliff. We made our way along the narrow ledge with a single tree that felt like the only thing standing between us and the drop. Kelly got a quick selfie because honestly, how could you not? Right after the ledge, we ran into this guy who'd gotten hurt. Something was wrong with his hand. He was only about 50 feet from the top, so close. But there's no going back on Beehive, except for him. Once you're committed, up is the only direction left. But that's the moment it hit me. It's easy to forget how fast things can change. The warning sign at the start, it's not for decoration. So, if you ever climb this, just remember, keep 3 points of contact and maybe don't try it in the rain. When we came across the guy who was hurt, it hit me. This trail's no joke. You see all the photos online and think, oh, that looks cool, I want to do that. But up here, it's different. The ledges get narrow. The rungs get higher. And there's no going back down. It's a good reminder that adventure always looks easy. When you're watching it from your phone, it's the same with life on the road. People see the highlight reels. the beaches, the views, the campfires. They don't always see the breakdowns, the bad weather, the times you wonder if you bit off more than you can chew. But that's what makes it feel real. Adventure isn't supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to test you, stretch you, remind you you're alive. And honestly, I think that's why I love it. Because every time something hard happens, whether it's busted tire, a broken part, or a rough climb, it strips away the noise. You find out what you're made of here. And most days, that's enough to keep climbing. A few more rungs. A few more deep breaths. And then it happens. You reach the top. The world just opens up. Sand beach curves below like a white crescent. The Atlantic stretches forever, and you realize every sketchy moment was worth it. When the hard part was finally behind us, there was this moment. That quiet stretch of trail before the summit. No more iron rungs, no ledges, just soft dirt under our boots, and the sound of the wind moving through the pines. It's funny. You spend all your time focused on getting there, and suddenly, you realize you're already there. That's kind of been our life on the road. When we started, we thought we were chasing some perfect destination, some next big thing. But somewhere along the way, we realized the climb is the point. Every hard moment, every mechanical fix, every wrong turn, every time we wondered if this was the right choice, it all adds up. Because every time we come out on the other side, we're a little stronger, a little more grateful, a little more in love with this life we choose. So we slowed down. We let the breeze hit our faces. And for a second, we didn't need to say anything at all. We just stood there, in the middle of Acadia, feeling small in the best way possible. And finally, the summit. We even had a summit seagull waiting up there. Total boss energy. Kelly just laughed and said, "Well, that's one way to celebrate a birthday." We set up the Insta360 for a bullet shot and just soaked it all in. Because this is why we do what we do. The way down always feels easier. After the climb and the rush, it's just dirt trail, trees, and a little sense of pride that comes after doing something wild. If you want the views without the iron rungs, you can actually hike up the backside and still summit Beehive. No ladders, no cliffs, just the same killer view waiting at the top. So what about you? What's been your favorite hike so far? Or maybe Which one do you want to see us tackle next? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. From the summit, we decided to keep going down the backside towards the bowl. It's quite the little hidden pond between the ridges. After all the adrenaline, stepping into the silence felt unreal. No cliffs, no crowds, just still water reflecting the sky. It was a perfect cool down, literally and figuratively. Every trail teaches you something. This one, it's about commitment. Once you start, you can't turn back. And sometimes, that's the best way to live. If you were standing at the bottom of Beehive, staring up at those rungs, that cliff face, that warning sign, would you climb? Or would you stay safe on the sand? Either way, it's the kind of hike you don't forget. For us, it's a memory carved in stone. I'm James. Thanks for hiking with us, and we'll see you on our next adventure.